Imagine your last bite of the day. It's 4 in the afternoon, and your fork is down. For the next 16 hours, nothing will enter your digestive system. This simple boundary, repeated for 30 days, sets something in motion that most people never witness. Your gut, which has been processing food nearly every waking hour, suddenly receives a signal it rarely experiences in modern life. The influx has stopped, and now, work of a different kind begins. For years, we've been told that skipping meals damages metabolism, that breakfast, lunch, and dinner are non-negotiable pillars of health. But what if that understanding misses something fundamental? What if your digestive system possesses a capability that modern medicine is only beginning to fully comprehend? The human gut wasn't designed for endless abundance, but for cycles of feast and famine, work and rest. What if, hidden within your biology, lies an ancient mechanism for renewal, waiting to be activated through absence rather than presence? When you skip dinner for 30 days, you're not just removing a meal, you're initiating a biological cascade that reaches into every cell of your digestive tract, every organ, every corner of your metabolic system. So what actually happens when your gut realizes the food has stopped arriving? What hidden processes begin in those first crucial hours? The answers are both remarkable and humbling, and they start the moment digestion ends. 6 hours after your last meal, around 10 in the evening on day 1, your stomach registers the absence. This is when you might feel the first whisper of hunger, that gentle emptiness reminding you of habit. But beneath this surface sensation, something extraordinary is occurring. Stomach acid production decreases. Digestive enzymes scale back their output. Gut motility, the constant churning movement that processes food, begins to slow. Your digestive tract, which has been working for 12 to 16 hours daily, processing meal after meal, enters its first extended rest period. And in this rest, a hidden system activates. The migrating motor complex, a specialized wave of electrical activity, begins its sweep through your intestines. This housekeeper wave only occurs during fasting, moving through your gut in coordinated contractions, clearing out debris, bacteria, and undigested particles that accumulate during constant eating. For hours, this wave moves methodically from stomach to small intestine to colon, cleaning what constant digestion never allows time to address. Your gut isn't shutting down, it's switching modes, from endless processing to deliberate maintenance, from survival to optimization. The first 3 days feel like negotiation. Hunger arrives predictably around dinner time, right when you would normally eat. Slight irritability emerges. Your body seems to be searching for something, expecting fuel that doesn't arrive. Maybe headaches surface. This discomfort feels like deprivation, but beneath the surface, something profound is unfolding. Your body is depleting its glycogen stores, the glucose reserves tucked away in your liver and muscles. Without dinner, without that evening influx of carbohydrates, these stores empty over 12 to 36 hours. And when they do, your metabolism shifts fundamentally. It begins accessing fat stores for energy, a process that requires adaptation. Insulin levels drop during your extended fasting window, signaling fat cells to release their contents for fuel. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, spikes at your habitual eating time because hunger is partly learned, not purely physiological need. But then, remarkably, it subsides even without food. Your body is learning a new rhythm. The discomfort you feel isn't starvation or damage. It's metabolic switching, the awkward transition between fuel sources, between constant supply and strategic reserve usage. This hunger isn't emergency, it's adaptation in its earliest, most uncomfortable form. By day 7, something astonishing becomes measurable. The bloating you accepted as normal begins to disappear. Digestion, when you do eat, feels easier. Gas decreases. Your stomach feels calmer, more settled, as though constant inflammation has been turned down. This isn't imagination. This is your intestinal epithelium, the lining of your gut, entering repair mode. Beneath the surface, the tight junctions between intestinal cells are strengthening. These microscopic seals prevent partially digested food particles and bacteria from leaking into your bloodstream, a condition that triggers systemic inflammation. When constantly processing food, these junctions remain stressed, sometimes compromised. Now, with 16 hours daily of rest, they fortify themselves properly. Intestinal stem cells proliferate more efficiently without the constant digestive burden. Your gut lining, which completely replaces itself every 3 to 5 days, now has energy and resources for quality repairs rather than rushed patchwork. Research shows intestinal permeability can decrease by 20 to 30% within just 1 week of time-restricted eating. Your gut was building walls while under siege. Now it's fortifying them with precision and care. Around day 14, something extraordinary happens at the cellular level that changes everything you thought you understood about hunger. Your energy feels more stable. Mental clarity improves noticeably. There's a sense of lightness in your body, as though internal burden has lifted. This shift has a name, though most people never experience it fully: autophagy. This is cellular self-eating, the process where your cells digest their own damaged components. Extended fasting windows trigger autophagy in gut cells, initiating a profound cleanup of damaged mitochondria, misfolded proteins, and accumulated cellular debris. Your cells essentially consume their own dysfunction and recycle the components for new, functional structures. This process rarely activates fully with constant eating. It requires 14 to 16 hours minimum of fasting to engage meaningfully. Autophagy markers increase 300% after 16 hours without food. This is an ancient survival mechanism encoded millions of years ago. When food becomes scarce, the body doesn't just endure, it cleans house, becoming more efficient with existing resources. Your gut cells are being rebuilt from the inside out, not through external nutrition, but through internal recycling. Not because you've earned cellular renewal, but because your biology was designed to clean itself during hunger. By week 3, the microscopic ecosystem living inside your gut transforms in ways that ripple outward through your entire body. Digestion becomes more efficient. Cravings shift, often toward whole foods rather than processed ones. You get sick less frequently. Skin clears. These surface changes trace back to one source. Your microbiome is being repopulated. Trillions of bacteria inhabit your digestive tract, and their population shifts dramatically based on feeding patterns. Constant eating promotes certain bacterial strains, particularly those that thrive on frequent sugar and carbohydrate influx. Fasting promotes different strains. Beneficial bacteria like Akkermansia muciniphila and Bifidobacterium species increase. Inflammatory strains decrease. Bacterial diversity improves, a crucial marker of gut health. During your 16-hour fasting window, your microbiome produces different metabolites. Butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid with powerful anti-inflammatory properties, increases. The mucus layer lining your gut has time to regenerate, providing food for beneficial bacteria that other strains can't access. Research documents 15 to 25% increases in microbiome diversity with consistent time-restricted feeding. Your gut isn't just healing, it's being repopulated by a different civilization, one adapted to rhythm rather than constant supply. Around day 30, you realize hunger no longer controls you. Dinner time arrives without distress or urgent need. Energy remains stable throughout the evening. Sleep quality improves noticeably. Your body composition shifts toward leaner, as though unnecessary weight is simply releasing itself without effort. This isn't willpower triumph. This is metabolic adaptation complete. Your body has established metabolic flexibility, the ability to seamlessly switch between fuel sources. Glucose when available, fat stores when not. Insulin sensitivity has improved dramatically. Your cells now respond to insulin appropriately, efficiently pulling glucose from bloodstream when needed. Fasting insulin levels have dropped by 20 to 30%, meaning your pancreas works less constantly, experiencing its own rest and recovery cycle. Leptin signaling improves. This satiety hormone can finally communicate clearly with your brain, because constant eating no longer drowns out its message. Growth hormone secretion increases during your fasting window, particularly at night, preserving muscle mass while promoting fat metabolism. Your metabolism isn't slowing down from missed meals. It's remembering its original programming, the rhythm of scarcity and abundance that shaped human biology for millions of years before modern food abundance arrived. Beyond 30 days, something unexpected happens that has nothing to do with your stomach. Your thinking changes. Mood stabilizes noticeably. Anxiety that once simmered constantly quiets. Mental clarity sustains throughout the day. Decision-making feels easier, less clouded. This cognitive shift traces directly back to your gut through a communication highway most people never consider. The gut-brain axis, a bidirectional network of neural, hormonal, and immune signaling, strengthens dramatically with improved gut health. Your vagus nerve, the primary cable carrying information between gut and brain, shows increased tone, meaning it transmits signals more efficiently. 90% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter crucial for mood regulation, is produced in your gut. Healthier gut equals better mood chemistry. Reduced intestinal inflammation means fewer inflammatory signals reaching your brain. Chronic low-grade inflammation from constant digestion was triggering brain fog, mood instability, and anxiety. GABA, the calming neurotransmitter, increases as beneficial gut bacteria flourish. These bacteria produce neurotransmitters that directly influence your mental state. Your gut was sending distress signals to your brain for years, messages of inflammation, permeability, and constant stress. Now it sends signals of stability, of order, of peace. Months into this rhythm, your relationship with food fundamentally transforms. Smaller meals satisfy you completely. Digestion happens effortlessly, without bloating or discomfort. Food sensitivities that once triggered reactions diminish or disappear entirely. Your body processes what you eat with remarkable efficiency, extracting nutrients while eliminating waste smoothly. Beneath the surface, digestive enzyme production has optimized. Your body produces them precisely when needed, rather than constantly flooding your system. Stomach acid secretion regulates itself properly, released in appropriate amounts at appropriate times. Nutrient absorption improves measurably because your gut lining is healthier, and the villi, tiny finger-like projections that absorb nutrients, function at peak capacity. Your gallbladder and pancreas work more efficiently, producing bile and enzymes on demand, rather than in constant anticipation. These organs enter their natural work-rest cycle instead of perpetual activation. Even your digestive system's circadian rhythm restores itself. These organs possess biological clocks that evolved to expect periods of rest. Research shows nutrient absorption efficiency can improve 25 to 30% with optimized gut health. Your digestive system isn't working harder to achieve this. It's working smarter, with precision instead of constant brute effort. What seemed like deprivation was actually liberation. You realize now that you eat less, but feel more nourished. Body composition has optimized naturally. Energy flows steadily without crashes. Blood work shows improvements in markers you didn't even know were problematic. And beneath all these surface changes lies a profound truth about human biology. Your digestive system has returned to its evolutionary design. Humans evolved over millions of years with inconsistent food availability. Feast when food was abundant, fast when it wasn't. This cycle shaped every aspect of our metabolic machinery. Constant food availability, the pattern of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, is less than 100 years old. Your digestive system was never meant to operate 16 hours daily. It's designed for work-rest cycles, for processing periods followed by cleaning and repair periods. The modern epidemic of metabolic disease, digestive disorders, obesity, and diabetes correlates directly with constant eating patterns. You haven't discovered something new. You've simply removed a recent aberration and allowed ancient biology to function as designed. This rhythm is now permanent. Your gut has restructured itself for efficiency. What you offered seemed so small, one skipped meal. But your digestive system understood what was happening. It recognized the pattern, the ancient rhythm of feast and famine that shaped its very structure. And it responded the way biology responds to ancestral signals. It healed. It optimized. It remembered what it was built to do.